My husband just got back from the drugstore where he filled a prescription. He poked his head in my office and he said, Wendy, I think the only benefit to getting older is that we get the government help pay for our prescriptions. And I thought about that and I thought, that's not quite true. I think there's lots of perks to getting older. And so I made up a list of them and I'll share them with you right now. And the last one is kind of a bonus. So number one is exactly what my husband said. We do get some benefits from the government and from stores, and it's to help pay for things. So like that Seniors Day, or the first Tuesday of the month is Seniors Day here or there, or you get this discount at the gym. But so that's kind of good. Sometimes it's 55, sometimes it's 65, but man, you take advantage of it. Why not? I'm all for saving money. Give them to me. Give me as many as you got for me. So the next one is, I'll talk about the way people look at us is we're older and we're quirky, or we're odd because of our age, and that's fine with me. You give me all the benefits I can get, and it's kind of nice to stand out among the crowd. So the next one is playing the old card. And I like doing this. And boy, I'll tell you, my mother, who's in her hundreds, and all through her 80s and 90s, boy, she played this card more often than I can count. And it's, if I'm older, I'm struggling, and people will run to your aid. They want to help you. People generally just love to help other people. And so give them the opportunity. Give me a hand, please. I'm older. You could carry my groceries, or I don't know how to work the internet, so can you help me do that too? And people love to do that. They'll be happy to do that for you. So use it to your benefit. Next one is now, as I'm older, I have more time. I've got lists of books and articles and movies that I've wanted to see for years and years, but just never had the time because I was busy raising kids or I had a job. But now I've slowed down quite a bit. So, I haven't, but I have, because I now fill my time with doing these things. So now is my time that I can delve into these, and nobody else really wants to watch these old movies and stuff, or something that a biography or something like this. So you basically have the TV all to yourself, and you can do that. And so you don't have to put it off anymore, and you can do those things that you've been waiting and waiting for. Another one, the next one is related. So entertainment. When you go to the cinema or the theater, it's crap. It's just crap. It's superheroes, and I guess it's good for kids, I suppose, if you like lots of fighting and death and shooting each other and stuff. But yeah, it's superheroes, or it's garbage. I don't find anything coming out of Hollywood very good anymore. So now I get to watch the specialty channels that I like. I get to go to the cinema, and now they have, and this is a new thing they're doing, is that they will do short, they'll put out movies like the movie The Way, My Way. And it's a movie about an older fella doing something he's always wanted to do. It's a great movie. And they don't think they're going to get many people to see it, so they put it in a theater for a couple of weekends, and you get the whole theater to yourself. You've got maybe 20, 30, 40 other people in there about your age, and they're all there to watch the same thing as you. And you don't have the crowds because nobody else wants to see the movie because it's for old people. But it isn't. It's quality movies. And anyway, things like that. And I know now that the Cineplex I've started showing movies like, what they do is, like, I'd love to go to the Met in New York and see an opera. And but I'm not going to go there just to see that. So what I can do is, now they film it and they put it into the Cineplex theaters, and they put it into one theater for, as I say, 1 or 2 weekends, and you get to go, and the whole place is full of just people like yourself that are not talking or making a nuisance of themselves. It's just people like you, and you're watching quality entertainment. So great. I'm quite happy to go by myself or with a friend and get that experience. Yeah, so, and at home I can watch old movies now, so nobody else wants to watch them. So, as I say, the TV's all my own. I was watching an Angel movie the other day, Angel Studios, I think it is. Truth and Treason. An excellent production, an excellent movie. And I'm not, it's quality, it's not out of Hollywood, and it's something I want to watch. So I enjoy doing that now. Yeah, I love those specialty channels. Yeah, and Netflix. Okay, next one is appreciation for lifelong learning. And I think as we get older, we really get into this. This is something that I've become appreciate things more than I did before. I have a love-hate relationship with Louise Penny and Dan Brown and others. These are excellent, exceptionally good writers, but interspersed with their writing, they're writing fiction. They've got all these references to art or science or restaurants that actually exist. Like Louise Penny, she puts in lots of stuff about art, and I'm thinking, I don't know anything about that guy, and I'll go online and on the internet and look it up, and sure enough, these things that she talks about exist, and I didn't know anything about them, and sometimes I put them on my bucket list of places I want to go in the future. So yeah, she does that, and the same with Dan Brown. He puts it, like I'm reading Secret of the Secrets, and excellent book so far. But there's so many references to other things, like a Manhattan restaurant where all the walls are covered in pictures of Italian noses. And what else does he? Oh, he refers to historical events that I wasn't aware of or I knew little about. Or a book, the biggest book that was ever published in the world, the Devil's Bible. I didn't know anything about that either. So. And he also mentions science like quantum physics and way beyond me, but things that I did not know. And just touching on it, I have to look it up. So I spend half my time reading these books at the same time, and the other half on the internet looking everything up. So yes, it takes me forever to read these books because I am looking up all the references they're making, all the interesting information that is lifelong learning. I'm learning something every day when I read these kind of books. So yeah, you just look for some really interesting authors. They're just amazing. Louise is a Canadian, and Dan Brown, I'm pretty sure he's American. So yeah, they're everywhere. Great authors. Another one that I think is a great as we get older. We can get into sports stuff that we might have been embarrassed to get into when we were younger. I know I told my husband I wanted to get into lawn bowling, and he kind of rolled his eyes at me, and they said, "Oh, that's for old people." Well, I am older, and I do want to do it. So I've already signed up for it for the spring, lawn bowling, and I know that many of my friends are into pickleball, yeah, and it's something that I can't do because of my knees, but they're enjoying it tremendously, and it's becoming a really big thing with older people. So that's another perk. One that I like doing, and one reason why I joined the Red Hatters, is I get to dress whatever way I want now because I'm odd and I'm quirky, and I like that. So I get to dress in hats that I would have been embarrassed to wear when I was younger, and I wear colorful clothes, and if I want to wear a dress with a pair of high-top red running shoes, I do that, and I just have fun, and I'm not afraid to do it anymore. Which brings me to my next one, being fearless. The one great advantage to being older is you become, and I hope you have become, fearless. You know, nobody tells me what to do anymore. I'll just do whatever I please. My mother has been doing that for years. She's my example of what it's like to be older. You just do whatever you want, say what you want, and be damned with what other people think. And that's what she's been doing. And everybody says to her, she says, oh, well, she's older, so she can get away with it. Well, yeah, we can get away with it because we're quirky. And people think we're odd anyway, so who cares? So those are the things that I thought I would share with you, but I have one more. And this one is a bit different. So it's if you're older and you are someone who gets into, is not afraid to do something a little bit, maybe not illegal, but maybe something you're not supposed to do. Nobody would ever suspect you because you're older. I'm 71. I didn't know I wasn't allowed to do that. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Can I keep whatever I've got, and I'm not talking about taking things from a store or anything, but I mean, free samples. You take 2 or 3, or when, like I said, when I came back from I think it was Cuba, and I brought back some things that I don't think I was supposed to. Oh, and when I went to Palm Springs, I love their raisins, those big, plump raisins they have down there. And I brought those back, and they were in my carry-on, and I forgot to mention it. And so when they asked me, do you have anything to declare? And I says, no, not a thing. But if they did, I would have said, oh, I'm so sorry. I wasn't thinking, I'm old. It's not my fault, but I'd probably get in trouble anyway. But I could try it. So yeah, if you like to live on the edge, maybe you could do something like that. You can do things like that because you're old and not as quick as everybody else, and you didn't realize that there were rules. So anyway, I'm babbling, but I like to do that. I like to push the envelope. So anyway, that's all I've got for you. So I hope you enjoyed that. My YouTube channel here is related to my book, A Life Postponed, and there's lots of funny anecdotes in there as well. So I hope you'll maybe pick up my book and read it, or just follow me on YouTube. And if you have any more suggestions, please put them in the comments below. I'll put in a few links for you as well, so you can look up things yourself. Anyway, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.